terminal velocity is calculated with the help of the Stokes law. But terminal velocity means the object falls freely or object moves in a flow of fluid. Its velocity is constant, it is not accelerated. It is called terminus velocity. Example is raindrop. Now, how we can find the terminal velocity? For that, Stokes derived one formula. Viscous force acting on a moving body. Viscous force acting on a moving body or freely falling body which is spherical in shape, which is in a spherical shape, which is spherical in shape or spherical shape, travels or moves in a viscous fluid is directly proportional to number 1, coefficient of viscosity of the fluid F proportional to eta. Second one, radius of spherical shape of object F proportional to R, radius. Terminal velocity of the object F proportional to VE. These three are from Stokes observation. By Stokes, F proportional to coefficient of viscosity eta, radius of spherical shape of the object R, and the third one is terminal velocity. If you remove the proportionality, we will get one constant. That constant is 6 pi. Let us take equation 1. Okay, spherical shape of the object. It moves downwards or not? By the gravity. Moves downwards by the gravity. So, weight of the sphere or spherical shape of object W is equal to Fg by the gravity mg. What is m? Mass. How we can write the mass? Density into volume. Rho into V. What is the rho? Density of the spherical shape of the object. What is a V? Volume of the spherical shape of the object. We know the volume of the sphere. How much volume of the sphere? 4 by 3 pi r cube. That's why Fg is equal to rho is density of the body or density of the spherical shape of the object, as usually I am taken. What is the V? Volume of the spherical shape of the object. Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube into g. Okay, keep that. When the object is moves, but viscous force is resisting a force of this object. Why? Means if take this object, under the object one force is pushes upwards. A force pushes the object along upwards when it moves in the fluid by its weight. When the object is moves in the fluid by its weight along upwards, one force is acts. That force is called buoyancy or buoyancy force. But in which direction is acts? Upwards. Now what is the equation for buoyancy? Same, Fb is equal to mg. But here m is taken as rho v. What is the rho? Density of the fluid. What is the rho? Sigma Vg. Sigma. Buoyancy force Fb is equal to mg. What is m? Sigma into V. What is the sigma? Density of the fluid. Sigma is density of the fluid. Again V is volume of the spherical shape. So Fb is equal to sigma 4 by 3 pi r cube into g. Net force. This is the gravitational force. This is the buoyancy force. Gravitational force downwards, buoyancy force upwards. So net force Fg plus minus Fb. Why? Both are in opposite direction. So what is Fg? Rho 4 by 3 pi r cube g. What is Fb? Minus sigma 4 by 3 pi r cube g. Which is common in these two? 4 by 3 pi r cube g is common. So F is equal sigma minus rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube g. Let us take equation 2. Compare equation 1 and 2 and we can do this mechanism. So we can calculate the terminal velocity or end velocity, or VE is equal to, this is the Stokes force, this is the net force by weight of the object and buoyancy, and do the mechanism. Finally we get the terminus velocity of the spherical shape of the object. Which is spherical shape of the object? Raindrop. Now substitute if you know the values of them. What is the terminus velocity? V is equal to 2 by 9 r square into g rho minus sigma by eta. Rho minus sigma by eta. This is the equation for the which one? Terminal velocity. Who is mathematically given the equation for the terminal velocity? Means Stokes. Stokes law is used to find the terminal velocity. Okay, this is one of the important question for 8 marks in this chapter. After Bernoulli's theorem, what is another important question under 8 marks in this chapter? Means define coefficient of viscosity, terminal velocity, and derive the equation for Stokes law. Okay, this is one of the important question in this chapter for 8 marks. Scientist Reynolds is suggested one number, the liquid is flows through a pipe, the liquid is flows through a tube. Now what is that? Reynolds number denoted by Re. What is a Reynolds number? Reynolds number is a number, pure number, which determines the nature of flow of liquid through a pipe. What is the nature of flow of liquid through a pipe? What are the natures? Steady flow or streamline flow or turbulent flow, that we can identify. Now what is the equation for the Reynolds number? Re is equal to rho V d by eta. What is the equation for Reynolds number? Re is equal to rho V d by eta. What is the Reynolds number? Reynolds number is a pure number which determines the nature of flow of fluid or liquid through a pipe. This is the equation. It is a number, that's why no units. What is the rho? Density of the fluid. What is the V? Speed of fluid. D, diameter of the pipe. Now he was suggested the numbers. Reynolds number is less than 1000. Reynolds number is less than 1000. When the liquid is flows through the pipe, the Reynolds number values is less than 1000. We can say the flow through the pipe is streamline. Velocity neither increase nor decrease. If the velocity exceeds more than 1000, from 1000 to 2000, from more than 1000 to up to 2000, up to 2000 means from 1000 to 2000, from 1000 to 2000 it is. The Reynolds number is 1000 to 2000. The flow of the fluid or liquid through the pipe is not a streamline flow. It is not a streamline flow. It is called steady flow. Sorry, non-steady flow. It is not a streamline flow. It is called non-steady flow. If Reynolds number is more than 2000, the flow of fluid through the pipe is called turbulent. Turbulent means the velocities changes. The velocities changes per every second. Means the fluid is flows through the pipe with a high speed. It is called turbulent flow. In the turbulent flow, Reynolds number is more than 2000. But how we can get that equation? That we can say physical significance or significance of Reynolds number. Now how we can write it? It is a ratio between inertial force per unit area to viscous force per unit area of the fluid flows through the pipe. Inertia. What is inertia? Oppose the motion. Inertial force per unit area is divided by viscous force per unit area when the liquid is flows through the pipe is known as Reynolds number. We can say this is the physical significance, or we can say definition also. How we can write it? It is a ratio between inertial force per unit area to viscous force per unit area. Reynolds number describes the ratio of inertial force per unit area to the viscous force per unit area for flow of fluid through a pipe. Okay, inertial force per unit area by viscous force per unit area. What is the inertial force? Rate of change of momentum by area. This is force per area. Rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum. Delta m by v into a. What is delta m? Rate of change of momentum means a rho v into v by a what happened? Cancel. Here force as per the viscosity, force F is equal to how much? Neta v by r. Neta v by r. This v what happened? Cancel. So what we can get? Rho v by eta by r. You take in the numerator, r is equal to rho v r by eta. This is from the physical significance we get it, but anyhow Reynolds number is a number, it has no units. This is radius, but there is diameter. We know that one, twice of the radius is diameter. Okay, this is the way to get the equation of the which one? Reynolds number. From the Reynolds number we can get critical velocity also. Here V is called critical velocity. When the critical velocity, if it is not a streamline flow or it is a turbulent flow. In case of a turbulent flow, we can write critical velocity V is equal to neta Re by rho into R. Yes, from this equation we can write critical velocity. Critical velocity already we have studied. At which velocity the steady flow is converted into non-steady flow. The streamline flow is converted into non-streamline flow is called critical velocity. What is the critical velocity equation? Reynolds number is multiplied by eta divided by density and rho. So we can get the equation for the which one? Critical velocity. Here I am writing that one. V is equal to neta Re by rho r. Here V is called critical velocity. This is another equation, critical velocity. Okay, this is about Reynolds number, and that is the equation for critical velocity. We are derived from this. Liquids have one special property, that is surface tension. What is that one? Surface tension. If you can stretch the wire, we can say tension. The surface of the liquid has this nature, surface tension. It is denoted by capital T. Now, what is a surface tension? The force acting per unit length of an imaginary line drawn on the surface of the liquid, normal to it and parallel to the surface, is called surface tension. Once again, the force acting per unit length of an imaginary line drawn on the surface of a liquid, normal to it and parallel to the surface, is called surface tension. Now, let us take the liquid or water in one container like this one. You take one imaginary line like this. Otherwise, you take a water in a glass like this also. You take one imaginary line. It is imaginary line. It is also an imaginary line. drawn on the surface of water. This is one imaginary line. It is also another imaginary line drawn on the surface of the liquid. The force acting per unit length, this is the length. One force is acts per unit length, normal to this. This is the force. Normal, it is also normal, perpendicular. You take this is one imaginary line. Here one force, normal to this, normal to this, normal to this, normal to this. Acts and parallel. How these two are? Parallel, parallel. You take parallel, 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 parallel like that. The force acting per unit length of an imaginary line. This is the imaginary line. The force acting per unit length of an imaginary line drawn on the surface of the liquid, normal to it. How this force? Normal or not? This is normal. This is also normal to this line. And parallel to the surface is called surface tension. What it is called? Surface tension, denoted by T. What is the mathematical expression for it is F is equal T by L. The imaginary line, as you wish, you take here, 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 or like this. These all are the which one? Imaginary lines. So what is the equation for surface tension? T is equal to F by L. What is the SI unit? Force Newton, length meter, Newton per meter. CGS unit, dyne per centimeter. What is the dimensional formula? M1 L0 T power minus 2. Why? This surface tension property is contained by the liquid's surface. Why the only on the surface of the liquid? This behavior is exhibited by the liquids. Surface tension is occur due to two forces. One is cohesive. What is this one? Cohesive force. Another is adhesive force between the molecule. Why only the surface of the liquid has this nature, like the force acts perpendicular to the imaginary line? Why means due to two forces. One is cohesive force, another one is adhesive force between the molecule. Liquid is a molecule, combination of number of atoms. Cohesive force acts between the like molecules. Cohesive force acts between the like molecules, and adhesive force acts between the unlike molecules. Cohesive force acts between like molecule. Adhesive force acts between unlike molecule. Due to forces, due to these forces or these forces. Otherwise you take these forces. These forces or these forces or leads to surface tension. Cohesive force is an attraction force, acts between like molecules. Adhesive force also attraction force between the unlike molecules. These forces are leads to surface tension. Okay, cohesive force is a attraction force. Adhesive force also a attraction force. Okay, cohesive force and adhesive force. Cohesive force and adhesive force, both are attraction forces. Both are attraction forces. But this attraction force, these forces acts between the molecules up to the distance 10 to the power of minus 8 meter, up to the distance 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. This is called as intermolecular attraction range. What it is called? Intermolecular attraction range. If the distance between the molecules is more than 10 to the power of minus 9 meter, this force is not occurred in the liquids. Okay? If the distance is crossing this one, this is called intermolecular attraction range. If it is crossing that, the force is not acts in the liquids, means no surface tension takes the place. Okay, this is one of the property exhibited only on the surface of the liquid. What is the cause of surface tension? Cohesive force and adhesive force. These two forces acts between the molecules, but both are attraction force. But once again, the distance between them is up to 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Like molecules, attraction force, that is a cohesive, and unlike molecules, attraction force is adhesive force. These two forces are leads to the which one? Surface tension.